Welcome back, everyone. I've got another bumper video for you, and this one here is a little bit unique. So what I'm going to be doing is taking a bumper cover. I've got some plastic bezels, some trim, and all this stuff was molded gray from the factory, and from age it's kind of turning whitish looking, looks kind of oxidized. So I'm going to get it cleaned up, and I'm going to paint it with Duplicolor trim and bumper paint. It should be a satin black, so let me show you what I've got here. All right, a few weeks ago I bought this Japanese mini truck, and it's a Daihatsu Hi-Jet. So I took the front end off. I want to paint all those parts. This will be real handy on the farm here. Instead of a Gator, I bought one of these because they are street legal. They'll do 60 miles an hour. It's four-wheel drive with a 2-speed transfer case. And what's fun about this, it's right-hand drive. Now this may be on my channel for a couple videos. There's a few things that'll fit with the channel, and one of them is this door needs to be repaired. Somebody's repaired it before, and there's some filler in here. It's bubbled up and a little bit of rust on these edges, and that's from their repair. And I've got another idea for another video. You'll probably see it, but let's get started on this bumper. First thing I'm going to do, I got a bucket of hot water with some Simple Green and a Scotch-Brite. And I'm going to go around and clean all these parts up. This will get any dirt and grit out of there, and there's plenty of that packed in all the pores and crevices on these parts. After they're cleaned up, rinse them off and wash them down with Prep-Sol, and it should be ready to paint. No adhesion promoter needed. I think this is ABS plastic, and it's supposed to take paint real good, so that's all we need to do with these parts. Okay, I'm going to let this stuff sit in the sun and dry up, and then we'll move on from there. The way Prep-Sol works, you need to try and remove it while it's still wet. And this is kind of tough to do here. But what it does, it loosens up any contaminants, floats them up, and if you let it dry before you wipe over it, the contaminants go right back onto the surface. So try and get this cleaned up while it's still wet. I don't know if it's going to work out too good on here, but I'm pretty sure it got cleaned up with the Simple Green, so this will help. And you can actually see, I don't know if that's oxidized material it's taking off, but there's a lot of black on there. I'm pretty confident that the Simple Green and hot water got any contaminants, so this is probably just oxidized material. And it's a little tough. It doesn't really want to, it wants to dry almost instantly, so I'll do the best I can. You know, with YouTube, they're a little strict with having any kind of music on your video. You either have to pay for it, acknowledge it, or whatever, and I never do on my videos. I really don't need it. But I don't know if the same applies to all these birds that are always singing. They seem to be hanging around all the time around the barn here, and you've probably heard them before in other videos. That's what it is, all that squeaking noise. Okay, I think we're ready for paint. Okay, I'm going to let her rip, and what I want to do is put light to medium coats on it. I don't want to put one big heavy coat. Anytime you put something on too thick, you have a chance of it peeling. And if you ever notice you get overspray on something, overspray never peels off, but a thick coat will. So I'm going to build this up. Hopefully just a couple of coats will take care of it. Okay, I think it's covered. I'm going to let it dry up. I'll give it a final look in about a half an hour, and then I'll paint the rest of those trim parts. On this grill piece, chrome insert here, it says Hi-Jet in black, and it'd be probably impossible to tape that off to do those letters. So what I'm going to try and do is go through this later after I've got this painted and take some of the paint and fill it in with a brush, because the letters are recessed, and I hope that'll work. All right, these parts will sit till tomorrow, and then I'll get everything installed. All right, everything's put together, and that's a cheap and easy way to make your old faded plastic look like new. Thanks for watching.